Alright, so this is a summary of my post, things I learned from 25 years of organizational change management. Try to summarize this post in 2 minutes. The idea is to look into tips to help us make organizational change successful. When we talk about organizational change, we're talking about any initiative that you're taking within the organization, like maybe setting up a new ERP, a new project management system, financial system, working on new processes, on a new business, new services, etc. All of this can be a change. So let's look at the main tips here. The first tip is related to taking change seriously, which means we have to put a strategy for change. We need to put a plan, take it seriously, address it properly. We also need to attend to all elements of the organization. This is number 2, which means the people side, the process side, the tool side, and the data side. The third point is that we need a desired vision. If the organization leadership does not have a clear vision of what the desired outcome from the change, or how the world will be different, how the organization will be different after the change, then it's going to be very hard to convince or even help the organizational resources to see what this change is. Number 4, awareness is the first step in any change initiative, which means we need to raise awareness. We need to raise awareness, ensure that people are clear on why we need to change, what is the change, what if we do not change, etc. Raise awareness. Spend the time, spend the investment on awareness. Very important first step. Sometimes the organizational leadership is not straightforward about what the change will bring. Sometimes we play with words, we try to be political. We need to actually stay positive, but at the same time, don't pretend like there will be no downside to the change. All change brings with it some challenges, and we need to be clear about that. Do not demand commitment from people too early. Before commitment, you need to raise awareness, you need to motivate people, show them why the change is important to them. Then you go into commitment. So this brings us to number 7, which is the what's in it for me, the WIIFM. You have to show people why the change is important for them and how they will benefit from the change. What's in it for me? This can be done at the organizational level, group level, and also individual level. Do your homework, especially on people. This means that we need to do stakeholder analysis. We need to do impact analysis of the change. We also need to do a stakeholder engagement plan. This brings us to the next point, which is point number 10, which is treat the change as a program, not as a project. In a program, you pay close attention to stakeholder engagement planning, you pay close attention to governance, close attention to benefits, not only deliverables. So treat it as a program. Program is a collection of related projects that together collectively result in benefits to the organization that cannot be achieved from one single project. I've talked about program management in other articles, and I put links to them in my post. If you'd like to see my post, I forgot to mention, it is at ammarmango.com in the blog. Number 11, learn from similar change initiatives. Look inside and outside the organizations for change initiatives that were successful or not so successful, so we can learn from them. We don't have to go through or make every mistake that is out there. We need to learn from other people's mistakes. Number 12, empathize with naysayers. When people say no, does not mean that they are trying to hurt the change, does not mean that they don't want to work. It means that there is a reason they are saying no. We need to understand what that reason is and work with them. Try to understand where they are coming from. Number 13, create a steering committee at the leadership level that actually works. I see people creating champions committee that comes from across the organization, steering committees, but sometimes, ironically, the actual resistance starts from these groups. You'll find resistance in the steering committee, you'll find resistance in the group itself, in the champions group. Pay attention to the commitment that you get from the steering committee. Same thing with the champions. Make sure you get the commitment that you need. Make sure they are on board. Attend to their questions. Address their issues very carefully. Give them special attention because they will be spearheading the change and the awareness across the organization. Then number 14, celebrate success, even if small ones. Celebrate success does not happen at the end of the change initiative. It has to happen throughout the change initiative. So we help people and encourage them to get on board with the change. So do not try to wait until the whole initiative is done. Celebrate small successes. I believe in celebrating weekly. small improvements, things that we have done. So we help people get on board. And finally, relax and smell the roses. Parts of change can be fun, can be enjoyable. So try to enjoy it, get a chance to know people, help people talk and communicate. There's a lot that we can gain from actually change. Technology can help you a lot. Use gamification, use contests, use something I like to call the breakfast club. Use something that you do like coffee events, getting together, pizza, lunch, etc. Just to get together, get people talking. Enjoy your time. It does not have to be all agony and pain. That's it. If you like to read the whole blog post, go to ammarmango.com. Thank you for listening and for watching.